Hello everyone, my name is Emily and today I'm going to do a speaking practice in which I will compare two images related to watching TV. I will talk about their similarities, difference, advantage and disadvantage, and finally I will answer a question. To begin with, both images show people watching TV but in very different contexts. These two images show how the environment in this case can influence the way television is consumed. In terms of similarities, we can observe that in both images, television is used a form of entertainment and relaxation. In both images, we can see that people are focused on the screen and enjoying their free time. One clear similarity is that television helps people disconnect from their daily routine. However, when talking about difference, one of the most obvious one is the social context. Well, the first image shows a child watching television alone. The second image shows a family watching television together. What makes these two situations completely different? In the level of interaction. One is an individual experience, while the other is a shared experience. On the one hand, in the first image, one advantage is that the child can choose what to watch and focus without interruptions. In addition, educational or children's programs can help with learning and creativity. Nevertheless, one disadvantage is that watching television alone for long periods of time can lead to isolation and less social interaction. On the other hand, in the second image, one advantage is that watching television as a family strengthens relationships and encourages communication. However, one disadvantage is that not everyone may agree on what to watch, or there may be distractions. Finally, responding to the question, children's and educational programs are better suited for an individual viewing environment, like the one on the first image, because they match personal interests and learning needs. In contrast, family movies, comedies, and series are more appropriate for a group environment, like the one in the second image, because they are designed to be enjoyed together and to promote interaction. Thank you. Okay, next. To begin with, both images show people watching television but in very different periods of time. These two images shows how the experience of watching TV has changed over the years. In terms of similarities, we can observe that in both images, television is used as a way to bring people together and provide entertainment. In both images, we can see groups of people focused on the screen, sharing a moment of attention and curiosity. However, when talking about difference, one of the most obvious one is technology. While the first image shows people watching a small black and white TV in the past, the second image presents a modern experience with a large screen, bright colors, and advanced technology. What makes these two situations different is not only the image quality, but also how people interact with the TV. On the one hand, in the first image, one advantage is the strong sense of community. Watching TV used to be a special event where people gather and share in the moment. Nevertheless, a disadvantage is that there were very few channels and fixed schedules. On the other hand, in the second image, one advantage is the wide variety of content and the immersive experience. However, a disadvantage is that people may be more focused on the screen than on each other. Finally, responding to the questions, in my opinion, watching TV has changed from a simple social activity into a highly technological and personalized experience. Today, TV offers more options and better quality, but the challenge is to enjoy it without losing human connection.